So today was kind of special. Took a walk with my mom. She wanted to show me Walden Pond, and we took a walk around. I talked to her for a bit, and she described how over the last 50 years she's been taking pictures, and on the screen here you'll see a lot of them going by. She really wanted to talk about the experience of Walden Pond and what it meant for Emerson, and of course she has a book with all of these pictures and more in it. And it was kind of nice just to take a walk with her, ask her questions, and have her voice on tape describing why this place is so special to her. So this is kind of a very interesting thing to learn about your mom. She's been going there quite often, loves the place, and you can hear it in her voice, and you hear the camera snapping away pictures even as we were walking along, and she'd see clouds and she'd see things she hadn't seen before. Even though 50 years of coming to the same place, her artist's eye can see things that are just kind of special. So part of what I want to do in my life is to continue to grow and have this artist view that my mom has. So here is the time with her.
I've been coming here, I would say, over 50 years. Swimming here when I was a kid with my brother David. We'd bike down from Acton, come to the Red Cross swimming class, until I injured my foot, dragging it beside my bike, took the skin off the top of it, and I had to stop. Interesting.
Was there a public beach before when you were here? More like
yeah, there
like
was.
This?
There was a public beach.
And there's these pathways that go around Walden Pond.
They're nice if you want to get away from crowds to walk up there, but there's no water.
So where have you taken a lot of your photography over the years?
I've taken a lot of my photography pretty much everywhere.
All over the pond from east, west, south, north?
I would say walking 3/4 of the way around is most photogenic. Different places, depending on the sky, the clouds, the sun, the weather, everything.
Right.
And the last 1/4 or 1/3 wasn't as exciting, but now that the water is so low, see, grass is growing down there.
Yeah.
The water level is so low that you can walk all around the pond. You don't have to walk on the path. And it makes it for more interesting
Now it's low because of the drought that's been in this area for the last few years.
Yes.
And it hasn't, is the drought officially over, or is the drought still droughting?
I think it's still droughting.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've had a lot of rain lately in a lot of places. The Assabet River has risen. A lot of places have risen.
And what is it that is it the beach now that people come here? Do you think a lot of people actually understand who this place was and what it was about? It must be much more populous than 50 years ago. Was it? Did they have walks throughout it then?
Well, they had a walk, but it wasn't here. It's structured because people will ruin the surroundings, so they put up a fenced-in walk area. And even though they have walkways up there.
Now, when was Walden doing his?
It's not Thoreau.
Thoreau was doing it, and
1840 something. Now I didn't memorize my information.
And there's do they still have like a little cabin that was the original one?
The cabin is The replica of the cabin is in the parking lot of
it's
where
in the
we
parking
were.
lot. Okay.
And you need to go do that when we go back. And that's very well done.
So, but in that time frame when he was here doing his contemplative writing and all that stuff, there wasn't a park here. There wasn't people all over the place. There was just a quiet
It was a contemplative
place to come
place.
and not necessarily find anyone here.
I suppose there were occasional people wandering around, but he stayed on land owned by Emerson.
Right.
And it was over around that curve. We can walk over there. And there are stones, a pile of stones that represent the cabin. Well, let's do some walking.
Yeah, let's go.
Want to?
So do you think you found, I mean, just to be philosophical for a moment, do you think you found the same kind of serenity here that was advertised a few hundred years back when, I mean, is it just anywhere in the world you could go and just be by yourself in, solitude, or is there something special about here that makes it different?
Oh, I think it's the idea of Thoreau, having lived here, and not just that, it is a very peaceful place. But mainly, I think I like the idea that they have the beach down that side, because this is more peaceful up here. And I keep thinking I'll come here one of these days, bring my beach chair and take time off, because it's so close to home. But I haven't done it yet, lately. And the train goes by about every 20 minutes to half an hour, as it has done since they started making trains, I guess.
Because your dad used to know the conductors and used to kind of have some connection with the trains.
Yes, he could ride free anywhere, anytime.
And why was that? What did he do?
What did he do? He just
how'd that
became
happen?
friends.
Really?
With the conductor, who is the boss of the train, is the conductor. And he got to know him. And after a while, I suppose because of his age or something, he said, no charge. So I don't know if he had a pass on him or they had to recognize him and say, we're not charging you. I don't know what happened. And it's the same thing with Jim's father. He was a conductor. He was the boss of the train.
Yeah, I knew there was another connection there.
Is that weird?
Yeah. And didn't they name an engine or a car or something after?
Yep, they did.
Yeah.
They named James A. McGrath.
Oh, yeah.
Senior. Well, he was senior, I guess. His name is on the engine that is now retired, so we don't see it anymore.
It's an engine, okay.
It's a whole engine, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Ma, for taking me around that day. It was awesome to see the passion and the excitement for an area that has been in your life for so many years. It's nice to see that it's continuing on in its wildness, I guess. And you did take a lot of pictures and actually put them in a book. And lightdancespirit.com is where people can buy that book, and you sell it in the local stores around the Concord area. But tomorrow it's the Westford night, so my trek continues. So love you, and we'll see you tomorrow.